What's up, gamers? We're back. Another epic, insane base tour. You guys are not going to believe this. I can't wait to see what we got going on here. Hopefully, like he had mentioned, hopefully it doesn't crash. Go check it out. The creative place build, like, drive, and Zero is show us around. So let's get into it. What we got, man?
We're gonna go this way. This is pretty much where it all started, was over here, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, there's this game called Lost in Random. I played it for like 20 minutes. Decided this looks like a pretty cool idea theme-wise. And I just kind of started right in here. And
Wow.
that's pretty much the art style it was from. I saw, like, the ash walls kind of remind me of that game.
Mm-hmm. And what was it called? Lost in Random?
Yeah, it's just some, it kind of was like a Tim Burton style game.
Oh,
That's the way it
interesting.
looked. This block that we're standing on, this was the first block I started, was this right here. I just wanted to do
This
it all
is
on
the
lily
one that
pads.
started it all.
Yeah, I wanted to do it all on lily pads, and then
Wow.
as I built, was like, I want to go to the rocks, so that's why you see the stuff on the wall over there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, any of these buildings, like, you want to walk up in there, walk in it.
This is crazy.
It's all
And
super
they're all
detailed.
fully furnished, too. That's the
Oh yeah,
wild part.
every single one of them. I did some of the stuff. If you look down, like, on the edges of some of these places, you'll see beds or chairs and all this stuff. That was just kind of the idea, as if, like, maybe there was, homeless people. There was supposed to be kind of a living city here. That's kind of the idea.
Right. I
You
like
got,
it.
like, you got little vendors and stuff, little street vendors out here too.
This is crazy, man. Holy crap.
Some of these are going to be houses. Some of them are, what, businesses. There's you got restaurants, bars. Like this tower right here. I got a couple towers like this along the lily pads. These are just, like, watchtowers or whatever.
You know, as a very symmetrical builder, this is actually kind of crazy because, like, the layout of, like, the floor and everything, kind of not symmetrical, but still looks really good.
Yeah, see, I used to build a lot in Minecraft. There was actually a what was it, a top Minecraft builds on Xbox One at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and my world had gotten number 4, and it's, if you were to look at that world and then look at this one, you'd be like, oh yeah, I see the similarities.
Yeah, I played it a lot. That's where I got most of my building mega stuff from. Yeah. It must translate pretty well over to grounded.
I'm trying to make it. It was always about details for me, for sure. Like, I think then
Mm-hmm.
it was like a Witcher style kind of Skyrim build that I did.
Gotcha.
Lot of details, tons of details. So that was what this was too.
Yeah, when I did Minecraft, I was known as the Mario Minecraft guy, so I built an entire everything I possibly could from Mario world. It was pretty epic. Created the whole entire Bowser floating island fight, big spiky balls on all the sides. So,
Oh, there's a crash.
oh,
There's
did
a
it
crash.
crash?
It did. There's a crash.
Moonwalking.
Oh man, this is pretty much where Noble Peasant got to.
We keep crashing, obviously, because the world is abstain, so we're gonna try out flying around in the gnat and see if we got some footage of what he's got going on here. So, all right. Anyway.
The boats is something to talk about. So
Oh,
you can
okay. Partitions ale. Like
they
that.
just float there, man. You can literally build. You could put one right here in the sky and it'll float here. They don't fall.
What the heck?
Yeah, completely found out on accident. Thought it was a cool idea.
Oh wow, you can just
They don't
do
really.
that.
So the way I did it was, I took the little, like, the wooden half walls, and then I'll take one of these, build it up here. There you go. Let's say you want to build just out here or something,
Right.
and then you take one of those. You can take one of those and put it on top of it, and then delete the walls underneath it.
Okay.
And then I just delete the walls. It just stays there.
Oh my god, dude. Can you build on top of this now, like with blocks?
I haven't tried, honestly.
No, you can't.
Yeah, the way I
was
built
about
these.
to say this is a floating island if I've ever seen one. This is finally the way to do it. But yeah, it doesn't look like you can.
Yeah, for these though, what happened is, after I built, like, a wall, and then I would just build another one. You could put it inside of it like that. So that's how I built the next section. That's how I just layered them like that.
Pretty cool. This is awesome, dude. I like the little tugboat type of thing. Well, I guess
Yeah,
not
and
a
there's
tugboat.
over here they get a little bit bigger. Got some fishing boats, and then the bigger boat here. This was one of the last things I built for sure over here. Docked boat here. And you go down here and there's an inside.
That's so cool. Like this. Definitely not, 500,000 sticks like mine is, but pretty cool. It's actually cool
Yeah,
that you can make it look like a boat on such a small scale.
Yeah, see, that's what I was trying to do, because I was like, man, I've seen boats, but I've never seen them. Like, I think a lot of people try to go for the bigger ones because there's not a lot of small pieces to use to make it as detailed.
Yeah, just kind of like
So
Minecraft for me. The bigger it is, the more it looks like what it's meant to look like.
yeah, this is the big neon
Oh
tree
my
park. If you
god.
want to get this, this one here This took a long time. This took a lot of patience. As I was finishing it, I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Dude, this is nuts, and probably a core source of your lag, I would assume.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's a big tree over here. Hopefully, I know we're kind of skipping ahead here, but on the off chance it keeps crashing, I want to get as much here as we can.
Right?
That
No, this
that
is.
giant tree is over here. Here's the giant tree. This is the very last thing I built is this big tree.
All right. Well, currently you're flying into a wall, so I don't know where the giant tree is.
Oh, there's a
Oh,
crash.
there it
So close,
is.
so close.
There it is. Oh my god, bro.
I've been seeing them, so I was like, there was one idea in here that I think I took from somebody, which was like this planter idea that somebody did, like the rounded walls, and then they put
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's timber, I think.
yeah, I thought that was cool, and I was like, I'm gonna use that for a little bit. I was like, other than that though, I was like, everything else I did, I was like, I tried to do some stuff I had seen, but at the time, like I did I'm sure you saw it. There was like a tiny little bit of like the lit underground. I didn't go too crazy because the way I did it at the time was, I don't think the way I did it was the same way that you ended up showing how you did yours.
Right.
Because when I did it, it was just like, does this work? But
All
it didn't
right.
turn out. I think yours definitely are way more was it illuminated than mine are.
Yeah, and the way that I was doing it, they stopped that then.
I think mine is just maybe some fire underneath. So these buildings that you're standing between, one is a business, one is the bar. Those right there are all going to be apartments, pretty much. All those in those buildings you're standing there. That was just kind of a
I love
cyberpunk
this. This,
idea.
this reminds me of. You ever seen Winnie Todd?
Yeah, so many years ago.
Yeah, it kind of
Sure.
reminds me of all that real tight alleyways, like maybe like Italy or something like that, or.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what Noble was saying when he was in here checking out. He was saying it reminded him of Venice and stuff.
All right, well here we are. So, in case you didn't know, the flying gnat thing died out too well. Check out his crazy tree forest, and we crashed. Now he's sharing his world with me, so he's spectating on Discord, and I'm. Oh my god, why am I walking? This is so sick though. As laggy as it is, it's still just freaking so cool.
So I got a little bit of numbers for the forest or for the park or whatever.
Uh-oh.
It's like 60 trees. Each tree, so the small trees are around like 80 lights because you can see I used two different ones, and then the big trees are around like 130, 140. And yeah, there's this one. This is the one that took me the longest. Is this section for sure?
Oh my god, dude, this is just unfreaking real. This is gonna
When I
have
was
to be the
doing
thumbnail here, is what that's gonna have to be.
when I did it, man, I was like, this was one of those things that felt like I did it, so nobody else had to, because a
I
little
love the
pier
dock
there.
too. I like it a lot. I really like the
You
way
know,
that you made the boats look like boats without making it. We want to build like a fleet of.
yeah, those were, like I said, those were one of the last things I had built. I had the idea. Like I used those like picture frames on there, because I still wanted them to kind of have that like boat, I guess, look
Yeah,
to where it's
yeah,
not straight down in there. So I was able to put those on there, and they're kind of slanted, so they look like they sit in there, right?
yeah. They make it look like it's not floating,
Yeah,
floating
yeah. There was a lot of experimentation with those boats for sure.
way up to the
Okay, yeah,
dock right
so
over here.
yeah, pretty much. So go back pretty much back the way you came.
Okay.
I tried to build a pathway over here, but it was just not cooperating with me. I think a lot of this stuff actually right now, funny enough, unless maybe there isn't a change, but from my experience, when I came back to this build after the 2 month break I took, building on the lily pads did not work the same as it did before.
Right.
So if you go to, I guess, straight here and then to your right, this basketball court was like the last thing I built before I took my 2 month break. None of the details were out here. It was just pebbles and basketball.
Well, this is pretty sweet.
Yeah, I was like, it's not as big as expected, but it was kind of supposed to be a normal park kind of thing,
I mean,
Nothing
as far
crazy,
as like
honestly.
to scale as the willow is here, I mean, it's really too small. Or
Oh yeah, it's true. I never play in third person. I didn't even think about it.
yeah,
This
I
section over
don't either,
here,
but I've been trying to lately because a lot of people.
one of my one of my favorite buildings is up here to the up the stairs to your right, and then that door straight up there. This is one of my favorite interiors I've made. This was like the first real creative one I got.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
you got the lights and stuff on there, and
Oh wow,
did the
Christmas.
kitchen. Yeah, this was kind of like a rec center idea. The kitchen over here kind of went with this Harry Potter crazy, you know, shelving kind of thing that I wanted to do there. I really ended up liking this.
Yeah, this is sweet. Even with the ladder there, it looks like it's supposed to be there.
Yeah, there's some times I did some ladders where like they're probably not gonna work the way you would want them to work, but they're there for looks.
Gotcha.
They might be backwards or something, you know, just for the
Right.
sake of how I want them to sit.
This is all out.
Yeah, it took me a long time. I'm at like what, only 368 days on the in-game days, but that part's not crazy because I mean, man, some of the stuff. Seeing I was at Booth, he's on what 3,000 something.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah, this one was, of course, I was like, man, I'm just doing creative, but I didn't want to do it in survival. That's for sure. I mean, I was like, man, if I was doing this in survival, I'm not in my right mind.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
This is pretty much the main entrance to get over to the big area.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, man, I play with some different lights behind there, and blue in it being the better one. Can you look up that wall real quick where the blue lights are? I want to see. Yeah, so that can't really tell from here, but that room up there, it's in there. I call it the green room. So as I mentioned before, there's like a little bit of lore to this that I kind of just made up on my own. And the green room is kind of this idea for, I think this is the house I was telling you about. This is the one with like the guy that has like the secrets, the messed up head. If you notice, there's a red and black theme through this whole thing. And he's got this creepy room up here that he just doesn't want anybody to know about, which is why he's got the windows blocked off and stuff.
The Grinch.
Yeah, so if you look through, everything is black and red. Everything is supposed to be just kind of dark and weird, you know?
Yeah, that's cool.
That green room idea, though, whenever we end up reaching that, because I will say in some of these walls, it gets to be a little bit of a maze in some of these walls. One thing I would say to go check out is all the way down to your right, over at the very end of this.
Okay.
Down here is there's a bathhouse, and like whenever you go in this door at the very end, in the middle, bathhouse to the left, and then like a kind of like bar restaurant to your right. Bathhouse in here. This is I gotta say, this is the spot I would suggest pulling up photo mode and going to nighttime on this because that's what this was built for.
Gotcha.
It's one of my favorite looking things in there at night for sure.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, I don't even know why the green thing isn't lighting up, you know, the little green ropes are on the side. It all lights up usually, but yeah, it looks really good at night. If we end up making it through night on here, this is going to be one place I would say to come back and look at.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually those hot tubs light up better, but yeah, that bar, whenever you get to the bar, because this was kind of seen as like the no kids area down here, you know.
Right.
So that right there, I got a stage there. I built a little amplifier. I had to. I'm a guitar player. I've been playing for like 20 years, so
Nice.
I had to do something with it. I got a few of those. Got a few stages like that. There's only maybe 3 or 4 of them. This was the crazy bar.
Oh, wow.
This is another one of the ones that looks really good at night. It's all lit up blue under the bar and stuff.
Heck yeah.
Hopefully it shows it here. Oh, it's not gonna do it. Yeah, I got blue lights under there, and it looks really, really good at night. It's kind of got this ice vibe, you know.
Yeah, that's
whenever it lights up.
pretty sweet though. Regardless, that looks amazing. Got the little taps type of thing with the zipline anchors.
Oh yeah. I was like, man, I gotta do with every single piece I can use for whatever I can use it for.
God, I wonder how many. I wonder just how many individual pieces that you have. Like,
Yeah,
I've
I
seen
was
some
wondering the same
builds
thing.
like this, or that are kind of on a larger scale, but they're not as decorated either.
Yeah, I know whenever I said I was trying to build the biggest thing, and there was that one dude you had who built the big old castle, and I was like, oh, that was the one I saw that I felt like was giving me a run for my money for sure.
Yeah, this is
That thing was pretty
crazy.
huge. This one over here, another restaurant, that room up there, armory, bunch of stuff, weapons and all that. Like I said, man, whatever building when I walk into, go for it. There's stuff in it.
So how do I get to the green room? Do I need to take this? all
So
way
the
here,
green
or-
room, let's see if I can remember. So those stairs right there, or you're coming up on the big tree. It's not loaded in yet, but you're coming up on the big tree. It's at the top of
Oh,
those
dang.
stairs.
Here we go. Here comes the big
As it
tree.
loads in.
Dude,
I know you saw a picture of it, but now you can actually see the size of it.
this is just stupid. That's the only word I got for this is stupid, but it looks.
You're not wrong.
It looks so good though. Yeah, this
You're
is
not
the
wrong.
This is the planner idea you were talking about, huh?
Yeah. That was the one I was saying somebody did, and I was like, man, that was a really good idea.
Right? Yeah, slick. Holy yes. Wow.
So much, huh? Yeah, that was the last thing I did. That tree took, maybe 10 to 12 hours to do that one tree alone.
I actually really like what you did down there too. Is that all
That-
flat acorn roofs with just pebbles on top of it? Pebble pads?
It's
on
kind
top
of a couple pieces. So actually those trees, those what is it? I guess the tree stump, the little supports. Those are built down like into it because I couldn't get them level. I think there's actually like technically 3 grids working right there.
That's crazy.
Just separated, built off the rock. And what I would do was I would put like, if I didn't like the spot, so I would build off from the rock and I'd see where it goes, where like the corners meet and stuff. And if I
Mm-hmm.
didn't like it, I would set like the little flag or whatever they call it on there, a little marker, and I would set it at like the corner so I could basically show myself where the last spot was, and I knew how much I needed to move it to get it to where I wanted it to go. That room behind you, actually, that's another one of that room in there. Yeah, that one's another one of my favorite spots. This was like a shooting range kind of thing, and I had this idea for people to.
Oh wow, I see it.
Yeah,
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 they're all
yeah.
wearing the red ant
Bing,
stuff, and
bing, 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 bing.
they got the, of course, you got your. It was kind of a mixture between shooting range and then laser tag was kind of idea because you got your waiting room and stuff, everything up here with all your weapons and everything.
Jesus Christ. Insane. This
That
is
was
absolutely crazy.
so the green room. Let me show you the green room. So, down those stairs, like the first door on your left, down the stairs.
Okay.
Not all the way down, literally right here. No, one before that.
There
This
we
one,
go.
yeah. This is where it gets to be kind of a maze. So go up those the spiral stairs,
Okay.
and then that doorway right there.
Okay.
So here's where the lore comes in, right? The idea is, okay, if it's a living town, somebody says no, the art room, because that room pass was the art room. They're like, the green room is, you see the green light at the end of the hall. That's
Mm-hmm.
the green room. Kind of a, it's
Oh
just supposed to be
Lord.
like a comedy club thing. All those lights light up green and stuff at night. Of course, all
Sweet.
the paintings are green.
Oh yeah, all the fire.
Yeah, I wanted to do a different color. Like I kind of want to do purple because I just thought it looked better. But green chairs, green tables just made sense to do it. And then if you put the berry chairs, they're so much bigger, couldn't fit that many in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you couldn't make it all loungy.
Yeah, of course, got more amps, speakers,
More
whatever up
amps.
here.
Yeah, I like the ways those look. This is blown away, man. It's unreal.
Here's the art room. There's a tiny detail in this art room that I thought was kind of cool. It's very simple. If you go through that door to your right, it's on here, the one you passed.
Nope.
Yeah, so this was this tiny idea, just like stacking the canvases, making them look like they're sitting there, for sale or whatever. Just really tiny detail that I was like, I'm kind of glad you can do this.
That's epic. Holy crap.
Yeah, just did a big old room. We're getting kind of close to, to my room. Of course, building this whole thing, I got to give myself a house on here too. So
Right.
I think if you go through that door right there, this down here, so the door on the left here is going to be the a weaponry kind of armory thing, and then the door to your right is going to be the one that leads you to, I guess, more houses.
Okay.
2 of them, 2 homes. One of those is mine. I gave myself the best view because why not? It'll overlook the park. The one straight to your right is going to be the one that's mine here. This is the one that I gave myself because the bedroom has the best view of the
Nice.
park and stuff. Yeah, so down there in that, if you look down, you can see just like that's a park down there. It's hard to say with the leaves, but yeah, we'll walk through that in a second. It looks great at night. I tell you what, man, it turned out better than expected.
This is crazy. This is just unreal.
Oh, there's you know what? We missed something too, but we're still pretty close to it. Pretty much you just jump off the balcony and go straight across over there.
Okay.
There's a little hidden door under those archways. And if you go in here to your right and then go up the stairs,
Okay.
there's a restaurant up here, but I really ended up this chandelier that I built above you here. I thought this was really cool. I kind of want to see more people do chandelier ideas because I think there's not a lot,
Right. Right.
We're given like the one, but I was like, man, I'd like to see people do some more. Because I know, as I mentioned in that Discord, like a lot of this stuff, even though I had a goal building it, I still wanted to see people take these ideas and then just like go even crazier with them.
Right. Wow.
Oh, bless you, man.
All right. Cool. To the park then.
So yeah, we got more buildings, more park.
We
Yeah,
might have to
go
break
down
this into
here.
a part 2, maybe.
I know what you're saying. I was wondering, man. I was wondering if it's gonna have to be part 2 or not. So down here, this was really like the last area I built. I just grinded this out. This took a while. So you got, I think you got like furniture stores over here. There is what is it, like a hair salon kind of idea down here somewhere. I think the building you're looking at right now has another stage on top of it. It's a cool looking stage. A little bit. I think it's a little bit more decorated than the other ones.
Peep it.
Yeah. It's just like supposed to be like an outdoor kind of bar and grill patio kind of thing. Is what this was.
Oh,
Here it
cool.
is. Yeah, that's what that was, man. I'll tell you what, man. Doing this and you doing so many different types of businesses, you just start running out of ideas, and you're just like, man.
It makes you feel like even though there is quite a bit, this is dope. Even though there is quite a bit of building materials, it ends up feeling like there's not.
This was a pet store is what this was. So I got those little holes in the ground kind of idea. I was like, you can use your imagination and the little kennel, I guess, or whatever, imagination, if it's a place for the dog to use the bathroom or a place for him to have his water bowl.
I freaking love these concession stands. These are sweet.
Oh, I went through a few different ideas on those, and I was so glad that you could put those like those was it the little half
Mm-hmm.
floors or whatever
Yeah.
through that. I was so glad.
Yeah, that's epic.
This place right here. This is one now. I think the nighttime and photo mode is going to be totally fine here if you want to give that a check. Because I think it's actually going to work with the fire actually being lit up. This is one of the places when you walk through it, it's cool, but like I'll be honest, man, going through it on the Nat, something about going through the Nat just looked even better when I was going through the Nat on it. It looks really good at night or over the top to the pathways and stuff.
Oh yeah, it looks really dope.
We should have all the columns, man. I originally wasn't gonna do those columns. I was just gonna do the lights on the ground, but then I was like, these aren't tall enough. I gotta make them taller.
Yeah, you did a great job here.
Man, this one was kind of a pain too. I can't lie. Just because like the rocks, like doing the pebbles. Somebody asked me, they're like, how did you get these to, I guess, lay out the way you want them? They just annoyed her to no end. She hated dealing with them.
Yeah, I had to, whenever I did them all over that sanctuary build that I did, they are a pain to work with. They're so
Yeah, you gotta.
expensive. Rival, oh my god.
Oh yeah, see that's why I'm saying I could never do it in survival. I wanted to go too big and like, man, I just couldn't bring myself to do it in survival because I mean I have a survival world and I think we're on like day 200 or something, but my build in there is like it's a house and then a warehouse next to it and that's it. There's nothing else in there. Like getting the crow feathers, because another thing is how many crow feathers are in this world. I can't imagine how I would have had to pick up.
Yeah, but they increased the drop rates kind of.
So the building that you're on, I think this was one of the last buildings I finished. This is another, has a really cool bar up top. This originally was gonna be 3 different buildings or 3 different businesses, and then I just was like, you know what? We'll do kitchen here. Had a door to the kitchen from the docks for easy access, Try to think of it in that way, in a practical way. And then the whole rest of it's gonna be a restaurant. You got a bar upstairs. You got different entries, different exits, because it's just kind of supposed to be, town square almost kind of deal in a way.
Looks like it needs some music up here.
Yep. I think up
vibe.
here, I think up there, I think a lot of the lights hanging from the ceiling, if I'm not mistaken, they're all like yellow or a gold and purple. There's a gold and purple theme up there.
Right.
If they ever kick on, I guess we're getting close to nighttime now, but if they kick on,
Yeah, this is definitely God, man, I wonder how many employees you need to run this place.
yeah, yeah. I will say on this, it looks like you can't walk through this between the chairs, but I made sure you could. I was like, I thought of it myself. I was like, I hated not being able to walk through it. Like even the trees, man. There's a method to the madness for sure. Those trees that I built, there is like I had some rules. Granted, I broke some of the rules on the big one because it was just like it's done finally. But I had some rules where like the pieces couldn't clip through each other. They had to go certain angles, and then of course whenever you put the sap sconces on them, they're so picky about where you can put it on it.
Right.
And it's
right.
like you spend, it looks like you just, place. It's not that. Like it takes. For the small trees, I think the small trees took like 10-15 minutes per tree, and you do so many of them.
Yeah, I actually tried it like once because I think it was maybe Alexander's base tour. That the first place that I seen that. So I mean, I tried it and I was just like, no, this is too much handle thing.
One of the
do you know
things
how many lights are on the big tree?
On the big tree, I want to say it's a little bit over 3,000 on the big tree.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, it is for sure. I know when I did it, I was like, man, this is gonna hurt so much to do this big tree. It's gonna take forever.
Holy.
So this is
lit.
light shop is what this one is.
Oh man, my brain. Okay. Sizzled.
Then you get, let's see, there was another store over here that I liked. I think it's what is that one? That's taxidermy store. I think maybe you passed it. I'm trying to remember. There's a building on the left somewhere over here. That is which one is it? Not that one. I don't think it's that one. No, this one's a bunch of housing too in here. There's a bunch of apartments, pretty much. I think in this one there's like 3 or 4. There's one down here. This is it. This is what I was looking for. It's so subtle, but this was the like barber kind of salon kind of place. I did the white because it was the closest thing I could figure out to a mirror.
Looks good.
This was like me being desperate to figure out different businesses to do.
Right. No, I like it. You know, you dunk your head in the trash can in the back to wash your hair out and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm feeling it. I see what you're doing here. I like it. All right, let's do a quick pass through since we're getting dark.
Oh yeah, yeah. Got to see the got to see that bar and was it the bathhouse at the end too. I played The Witcher a ton, so I had the bathhouse. Like, there's definitely aspects of this that were Witcher inspired for sure. I just love that art style or the what's it, the architecture and stuff. You know.
Yeah, I never played The Witcher, so I'm not 100% sure what you're talking about, but I'm sure somebody does.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. It's just so stupid, but I love it. Oh my god.
A lot of housing down here. Some couple businesses, like I said, huge huge maze inside some of these places. I know walking through it myself, but somebody who hadn't been through it, that's a different question.
Yeah, it's pretty insane, man.
Oh, they're still not on. Oh man, they're kind of getting on.
Oh, the
It looks so
cozy
good here to be all lit
bathhouse.
up.
Yeah, dude, I'm
Yeah.
comfy cozy in here.
I'm waiting for everything to light up so you can see this in the bar, because that bar upstairs is definitely one of the highlights for sure. Just visually, build wise, it's nothing spectacular,
Could
but
just be
visually,
because
it's
I have
very nice to look at.
my graphic down. Maybe that something to do with it. They should definitely be like, I mean, they're lit. We're lit to get.
Yeah, usually like the rope around it would be like glowing green and stuff, and you'll see the light come from the bottom and all that. I don't know if the rope itself lights up or if it's just reflecting light, but that's what it looks like whenever they do it.
Yeah, because I keep all my stuff on medium for play higher FPS. Not
Oh yeah, for sure.
it just doesn't pick it up.
Bar lights on, bar lights, kind of. Yeah, those. I mean, as you can imagine, they just glow. Like I said, it
Mhm.
just kind of reminds me of like you see like the lit up igloos and stuff. That's all I went with. I know it's nothing new to look at. Seen plenty of people do it. It always looks so good though. Like, why would I not do it?
Yeah, it looks awesome, dude. Absolutely crazy. All right, well, I have, oh my god, an hour of footage. Holy smokes.
Oh man.
And we didn't even probably touch everything, which is crazy.
Yeah, just went through some of the buildings. I'm trying to think if there's
Wow, that
anything
is
else that's.
very white lighted.
Yeah. That was the kitchen. Like I said, everything has a a reason. I try to put myself into the I guess the body of whoever lived in that home. There was tiny details in some of the homes that was like just stuff that you wouldn't even really care about, but I did. Like, for example, in every single home, I put a hook by the front door in every actual like home, because it was
Oh,
always
yeah, to like hang your jacket on or something.
yeah. Some homes are going to be, the more kind of, some homes are richer homes, and some homes are, more, I guess, more, what's the word? I guess budget living kind of stuff. Some things are just, they don't have as much. And that's really what like the area is too. A lot of the lily pad stuff, that's like pretty much in the area you're looking at. That's where, I guess, the more, if you put it back into fantasy or medieval kind of thing, the peasant area, granted, it's not really much like that. Still pretty nice.
Right. Unreal, dude. Well, thanks for freaking letting me look. Glad we at least figured out a way for you to do it here.
Yeah, I'm like totally elated that you got to walk through it. I'm like so
Yeah.
glad, considering how long I spent. It's just like, man, I hope
Yeah.
it gets
Ti-
looked at.
Time to show the world.
Yeah,
All right.
super
Well,
long.
try and do it justice and make it clickable.
Yeah.
We'll do that next time. All right, man. Well, everybody, make sure you like and comment, subscribe. Give us a word. Give us one word for them to hide in the comments if they ended up watching this whole one.
Let's go with the trees. Let's do neon.
Neon. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, appreciate it, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.